Hello, beautiful people. It's me, Esther, and I've decided to make one video that is designated to talking about H. pylori symptoms because some of you have been asking me questions in my previous videos. So I've decided to create this video for you guys and for those people who are wondering whether they have H. pylori or so they don't know how someone feels when they have H. pylori. So I have had H. pylori probably twice or thrice in my life, and they were almost like back to back. So these are the symptoms that I had. So one of the symptoms was bloating. I was so bloated, like so bloated, and then that bloating in return would make me feel like I'm very full. I don't want to eat anything, and then when when I got hungry, right, I I would like serve myself something to eat, like 2 3 spoons, and then I'm full. I'm full. I don't even have space to add any more food. I used to feel so bloated and it was so bad. And the one thing that I noticed when I was bloated, whenever I ate something, it would aggravate. No, it would make the bloating worse. Yes, that one. It would make the bloating worse. Now I'd feel like I wanna belch, nothing is coming out. I wanna just to like get some relief in my stomach. Yeah, so that was my first symptom. My second symptom was constipation. Let me tell you, there's nothing as bad as constipation. Like, I used to go to that washroom and I would stay there and stay there and stay there. Like, I'm just sitting. Nothing is coming out, but I feel backed up and nothing is coming out. Yeah. To a point, I would leave the washroom. Nothing has come out at that point. Come and sit, but then when I sit, I feel like there's something that needs to come out. I don't know if this is too much TMI, but these are the symptoms that I experienced. So I experienced a lot of bloating, and this is why in my previous video, my the recent one, I said how, like, I was talking about how I'm managing myself right now, and I'm telling you, hot water is a game changer. It helps with digestion, it makes everything soft in there. Like, I have not experienced constipation, but also I've recovered. But also, these were also part of the pre, during, and post treatment symptoms as well. It went on until I fully recovered. Yeah, but even after you recover, some of these things are left with you, and some of those things is constipation. So yeah, I had very bad constipation. I was so backed up, like, going to the toilet was a blessing. It was a huge deal for me. So that is the second one. The third one, back pain, especially at night. Like, my bed was never comfy. Like, see, let me stand so that you can see what I'm talking about. So this is my stomach area, right? So this is where you feel weird when you have, what is it called, H. pylori. The pain was coming here, like sharp pain, tiredness, um, all that combination, and I would feel it more at night when I was in bed, and I would change positions, and it wouldn't get any better. So that was my third, I think we're number three, yeah, third symptom. My fourth symptom, now I think this is probably from the second, from now my last treatment. it came with tonsils. So one random day, right, I woke up and I was not feeling okay. And I knew I wasn't okay because I have a cat, Flashy, yeah. So Flashy never sniffs me like around my face. That day he was sniffing my ear, inside my ear. He was here. And he stayed there for some time. And then he came and lied on my neck and he started purring. So I knew something was wrong. But I thought it was just like I had not come to that realization that I was sick. So when I got out of bed, I realized, oh, there's something wrong with my throat. I have a headache and I have a flu. So I had those three things, right? I had headache, I had flu, and I had the tonsil. And one thing I want to tell you is the previous night before I went to bed, I didn't have any tonsil. But the following morning when I woke up, the tonsil was so big and ripen, like it had even the white pass on it. So me, when I went to the hospital, I was going because of the tonsil, only for me to say, oh, you can actually draw blood and test any other thing. And I did tell them I had H. pylori, like I had H. pylori probably like a year ago. So they tested everything, and they found out I had H. pylori. And the tonsil was like a warning sign that something was going on in my body. So apparently the level of H. pylori that I had at that time was so high that they could not just give me medication. I had to go through the injection phase. And let me tell you, the drips, the drips that you get, and then you start feeling weird. I even convulsed at one point, like, and then I was shaking like this, and I was very fast. It didn't even start like that. So when you get a drip, yeah, sometimes the reaction is shaking, like that, like you're just shaking. So when I was sitting at the reception area, because I think I was waiting. Yes, I was waiting for my family to come to the hospital to pick me since I had used an Uber to get there. So they had said, instead of you using Uber back, we will pick you when we are coming from where we are at. So fine. Actually, it worked out perfectly because this would have happened while I was probably driving on my way back home. So when I was sitting there, I told the receptionist, Amy, I'm feeling cold. And the receptionist said, actually, you're not supposed to like leave immediately after getting the drip. You should rest for a bit. But me, I'm like, I want to be in the ward. But then it reached a point I said, okay, fine, I'm going to go. Let me tell you, I didn't even reach the bed. I saw the doctor who had administered the IV. I told him, I asked him, is this normal? The way I'm shaking. He asked me, what are you feeling? Blah, blah, blah. I told him, I'm feeling cold. I don't understand. So I called my sister, if I'm not wrong. I couldn't even talk, like speak, because my jaw was like shaking. So then they took me to the bed. I couldn't even get on the bed, so they put me in the bed, right, like on the bed. And then they told me, oh, you should stop shaking. I told them I can't control my body because at that time I'm like, I can't even see anything. Like a blackout. And then I'm just, my legs are like stiff. Everything is like that, eh? So they injected me again something. By the time I woke up, my family was there. So I didn't even feel them covering me with two blankets. I didn't even know they had brought a heater inside the ward for me. So when I turned, that's when I saw all these things. But apparently, because you remember I had tonsil when I was going, I had not eaten that well. I just had sausage and tea, two sausages and tea. So this medication was so strong to a point it made me be like that. Anyway, so now that was now the worst H. pylori I've ever gotten, and that was the reaction of the medication. After that, I went another 2 times for the IV infusion, and the is it called IV, that one, drip, and then they gave me now the kit. And so after that, I went for a checkup. I was fine. No, I was added another set of medication because it was still there, but it wasn't like strong. So they added me another set of medication, and that's what happened. So um as you have seen in that whole story, I went with another symptom, which was, this was new, my headache, flu, and tonsil. So sometimes what I'm trying to say is, sometimes your body can be sending you warning signs in others, like with other symptoms, so that you can be alert, you understand, and so that you can go to the hospital and get checked up. So it's not like a cookie cutter kind of symptoms, like it's this. Sometimes the symptoms might vary, also considering to the level of H. pylori that you might have. Some people have H. pylori and they think they have ulcers. There's that. Because for a long time, I had ulcers, right? Like I was taking ulcers medication back to back, until I read that, oh, let me go to the hospital. That's when I realized I didn't have ulcers. Oh, yes, it's like ulcers because you have sores on your stomach lining, but it was H. pylori, so I had to start that treatment thing. So apart from that, I don't think I had any other symptoms that were standing out. So I hope this helps, because the one who asked me said, who asked, the question that stood out, the person asked whether I had joint pains. Oh, the other symptoms I remembered was I was always tired. Like I didn't feel like doing anything. I didn't have the energy of doing anything. Like I was just there, just existing. So if you're feeling like you have joint pains, I don't know, maybe go and get a checkup, and then so that you can be sure of what's wrong, like what's happening in your body, rather than using Google or YouTube, because Google and YouTube can actually tell you that you're gonna die even in the next 5 minutes, and probably nothing serious is going on in your body. And you know that we've been there. I hope this video helps you to understand whether you have H. pylori or not, or if um what you are thinking is actually in line with what I have said. So I hope this video helps you, and if you're sick, I hope you quick recovery, because I know you wouldn't be here if you were not sick, or if you were not thinking you were sick, or out of curiosity. If it's out of curiosity and you've reached here, oh, thank you for watching my videos. So until next time, bye bye.